Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm RJ. This is the outside of my 96 Ram wagon. And here we are. It's Sunday. It's June 28th. And it's episode 127. And it's the day of the big giveaway. That is why I got a different background. I've got a different background because this whole parking lot is going to be full of people coming in. They're expecting 5,000 folks. And it's going to be tight because just about all of our slots in service are gone. They're just gone. But the employees are going to be in there. And hopefully we'll get that. But yeah, this place is going to be flooded to about 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. I'm just glad there's police there. Oops. Can't do that yet. First I gotta do this weather. In Columbus today is currently 69 degrees, got 96% humidity. Today's high is gonna be 93, and there's a 30% chance of rain. Probably won't happen, it'll just be another heat rain. So with that being said, whoo, let's start over. With that being said, this here coffee is brought to you by this weather. Oh, that's so hot. And so good. Yeah, so, first of all, let's say a big shout out to Jason, new member, and he's from Smith Station. Yay, Smith, which is right around the corner. It's about 12 miles from here, maybe about 12 miles from here. But yeah, it's welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. And Ryan White was also a recent subscriber. I might start doing that. I'm not quite sure. And if you didn't miss it yesterday, the 14 and under Dixie boys are going to Hattiesburg, Mississippi for the World Series. Good luck to them. If you want to bank a donation, contact Dixie Boy, West Georgia Dixie Baseball in Columbus, Georgia. As you heard, I said yesterday, I brought in there, I got the email when I got up. It was saying that a full refund was given on the other, and that the fridge was on the way. Well, they said the fridge was on the way. I'm not sure what they did with the other, but I'm hoping the right fridge is on the way. Either way, my credit card has been figured out, hopefully, and they charged, they refunded to what they were supposed to give me, which is the difference between the two units. And hopefully Monday, they're expected to be here Monday. Yeah, it's expected to be here Monday, which is 2 days earlier than what was said on the website, which I'm grateful for. And hopefully it's the correct unit. Hopefully I get VL 45 or 47? 47. Oh, yesterday was Friday. It was a crazy day. I don't know what it was. Everybody was all jacked up. Hold on, let me tell one of the... We got to tell one of the guys, he's parking out here. We have to park in here and keep the employee parking lot open. So yeah, that's the way that's going to work. Man, isn't that sky bright? That sky's bright. All right, back to here. I like this backdrop. I might think about doing something like this real soon. Oh man. Anyway, what was I saying yesterday? Yeah, there was blood, sweat, and tears yesterday. Yeah, and so I believe, so I did my little segment with the Google Pop Car, and it went well. I gave some examples of a salesman on how they could use it, because there was a couple of those there. Because basically I do service, and that's what I use it for. But I've been a salesman, so I already got in my head how I can incorporate it. And I had a comment by one of the guys. He's been here forever, and it's a Negative Nancy. And it's one of those, we've done it this way, it's never going to change. You know what the problem is? It's service, it's not sales, it's totally different. I didn't say nothing to him. I just nodded my head. Let's go back to early in my career. And I don't expect him ever to watch this channel, and I really don't care. And I could have did whatever, but he's conflictable. So I'm sure that something somewhere is gonna whatever. But do you know, besides having 21 years, 22 years attached to a Honda dealership in a service department, having reached the highest pinnacle, almost the highest pinnacle would have been advisor of the world. That would have took a lot of work. The advisor of the United States, that would have took one more step. Well, I would have had to get there and then win it. I digress. To be a top advisor, you got to have certain components to qualify, and then you got to have the smarts to take the test. It's not really smarts, it's just common sense. And then you got to think outside the box, because you got to make it sound good. I did that, and that was around out of 1,500 advisors, 2,000 advisors, and I was in the top 8 one year, the top 5 one year, and whatever else the other year, I was in the top 2. And they only chose like 5 to 8 to go to these competitions. Am I doing the same job as me? We're not equal. We're not on equal levels of being. We are not. Because there's a certain product there, certain product here. They're two totally different. So, with that being said, I was in sales first at the same store for 16 months. And an opening came up in the service department, and it was just worked out real good. My first name is Roy. The advisor I was taking over, his name was Roy. I took his desk. I took his phone number. I had people saying, hey, Roy, what's going on? Thinking it was him. And I'd go into mine and say, you're not Roy. Yes, I am. I'm Roy. I'm just not Roy Hart. And there it went. And that built a successful business for me inside the dealership as a service advisor in a Honda store for over 21 years. But when I was salesman, and I was salesman for 16 months, 5 out of those 16 months, I was top salesman. 1 month, I did 31 cars. And it's record because there was a competition. I'd done 31 cars. Beat everybody in the complex. Another month, I had 28 cars. I remember that. And then the other ones came in. So him saying, coming up to me saying, what you do with your pop card in when you do your service is different, and it won't work in the sales. And you're right. That's why I gave an example. The first example I gave is a customer that didn't want to buy a car. B-backs, possibly. Hey, tire kickers, whatever. They're human, they're real. And they're leaving, oh, it's nice meeting you, appreciate it, and they walk off. Why are they walking off without you giving your last little spiel? Get rid of the sales pitch. Get rid of everything. You got to lead into it. You got to have been personable. You got to lay the groundwork from over here to this point to say, would you grade me? How did I do? If we didn't buy a car together, and that's fine. I didn't sell you a car. I hope I took value of your time. I hope I made you feel good with the time you spent here. Yes, you did. Would you mind grading me? No, I wouldn't. Would you mind giving me a 5-star Google review right now and use my name in it? Yeah, I can do that. You pop it out. And that's the way it's done. You still got to work. It's not just going to jump out there and get in front of your hands. It's just not. Came up, he said something under his breath. I could have went out there and did my whole spiel where I check him in. It's all when you get into it. You start your process the moment you meet and greet the customer. You don't try to sell them a car right up front. You don't. You sit here and you get to know him or them or she or whatever. You get to know them, and that builds a little relationship. If it don't work out, that's fine. But the whole thing is his closed mind. You got to be able to open your mind and be open to new things and new ways of thinking. Let's look at what in history has developed in a better way. The lighter. The lighter was an invention that was, however, and is developed. This is a plastic lighter. Who would have thought in the 70s and 80s and 90s we would have had plastic lighters? That's been improved upon. They were always those metal Zippos. It has a nice sound. Lord knows I wore out a couple heads on them just sitting there flicking them like this. But it improved, and because somebody thought outside that box, it got improved upon and more people bought them. But him saying that, he didn't hear a word I said up there. I could be a sales coach. I can coach this whole place up if I want to do that. And I might. That might be a new avenue for me because, I'm getting bored with service. Kind of. I'm not. I'm just good at it and it's just coming natural. His closed-mindedness is going to prevent him from being better than what he is. Maybe he's not capable of it. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is about him. I might get with him Tuesday, because it wouldn't be fair of me to get with him today because we got this big event and he's going to be tied up. It wouldn't be fair to do it Monday because it's the end of the month and everybody's scrambling. Tuesday, it might be a Wednesday. I'm thinking I'm going to confront him, pull him to the side, and ask him what he knows about me. What he knows about me. Because, here goes something I left out, which was freaking amazing. I don't know how it was, but one month we were running this little sale. I came in contact with a whole lot of people. And this Friday came up. And it started during our morning meeting, which our morning meeting started at 8:30. And I was pulled out of that meeting at 8:35. And by 9:05, I had a customer ready to go in the box because I already had things prepped. We'd already went over numbers, and it started because right after that, before I delivered that car, I had another person come in, and that went on all day. Are you aware? You're probably not, but are you if you sell 3 cars in a day, that's a hat trick. That is very, very rare. Very rare. This one Friday, and it just blew my mind because I wasn't expecting. I knew that one was coming in, didn't know about the other ones. That day I delivered personally 7 cars. That was a double hat trick plus one. I gave away 2 deals. I gave away because those people wanted to buy that day. I had made an impression on them, sold them the car, they were into the car, whatever the case may be. But they came back all on the same day. Only one of them was planned, or somewhat planned, and the second one was a good, strong be back. It was amazing. So before you go telling me I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't know sales, we better talk. You better find out who I am and what I can do, or what I have done. I've rambled enough here. I can go into the subject forever, and probably will, but it's getting close to witching hour, so I'm going to get off of here. And everybody, be kind to somebody. Call your brother, kiss your dog, pet your wife, and call your mom. We'll talk at you later.